Good afternoon. Welcome to Footprints Counselling Service. Interesting talks. Today we're going to be talking about codependency. Are you a codependent person, or are you living with somebody who's codependent on you? As usual, like, share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is totally free. Hit the button that notifies you of a new video when it comes out, so you don't miss any of my latest content. This is a big subject. I do believe I will do another video on it as a follow-up because there are some points that I might not be able to cover in this video today. I like to keep them relatively short, but this is a bigger subject than what I initially thought it was myself. Somebody asked me to talk about it, so here I am doing my bit. Codependency essentially is a relationship that's not equal. One person is relying on the other person in that relationship, usually a boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage, where one person is relying on the other person to supply all their emotional needs, their self-worth, their self-value, their love, their need. They're a needy person sort of thing. So how would this work? They will pick partners or be with somebody that needs them. So they want to be that person's savior. They want to be that person's anchor. They want to be that person's spiritual lead, or it could even be in a drug alcohol relationship, whereby one person's an alcoholic, the other, or the person's a drug addict. And what tends to happen is that they draw the other person who's not an addict in to their life of addiction at times. So an overcap or something for people to realize is that a lot of people that I've come across as clients and also as people that I know personally, they say to me they're in a relationship, they're scared to leave that relationship because they don't want the unknown. They're scared to be by themselves, which to me, being by yourself is not a bad thing because you actually get to know yourself better and you can prepare for your new relationship whereby you're not going to be with somebody who needs you to need them, or you don't need to be needed by somebody else in an unhealthy way. Normal relationship, two people love each other, they're together, they share their worries, what they go through in life, and they share the good bits, but it's healthy, it's balanced. When it becomes unbalanced, where one person is needy and the other person has to supply that person's needs, the person who's supplying tends to be in a position whereby they continue to supply that person's needs due to the fact that they don't want the relationship to end. The person that's needy is there and they want to fix all the other person's problems and they want that person to feel needed by them, hence they'll stay in a relationship. Obviously this is not a good way to conduct your life, and from experience or from working with clients, I've tended to notice that this tends to go back to childhood. And here are a few things that I've noticed that affect people in childhood, that they bring these into their adult relationships. Some of these things are parents that children, go through cartwheels, jump through hoops to get their parents' approval. Parents that didn't allow feeling sad, or being angry, or showing emotions to be allowed to be shown in the family environment. And the only time that that child might have seen emotional demonstration, should I say, will be when the parent is either drunk or the parent is angry or the parents are fighting with each other. It might not be parent, one might be a parent, one might be a stepdad or stepmom. That might have been the only time when that child actually saw emotional communication and they wasn't allowed to communicate themselves. They may have also been a ghost in their own family whereby their opinion wasn't accounted for, and the only time that they was looked at as an important part of the family was when they was being helpful, hence they become a people pleaser in adult life. So there are a few of the things that you could think about that may have happened to you, or you may be aware that these happen to your partner that you're with, hence they're the kind of person that they are now. All of these things can be dealt with by looking into books, looking at stuff like what I do on YouTube, or booking an appointment to see me or somebody like me, or joining a therapy group. But it leads down to somebody's valuing system. and what kind of boundaries they've set on themselves, as in what they'll accept and what they won't accept. Again, I've done a video that you can look up on YouTube that talks about boundaries and setting boundaries and enforcing boundaries, and how boundaries are important for you to keep or to maintain your self-worth. So to recap, what happens in codependency relationships? One person, or maybe both, but usually one person is an extremely needy person, and their objective is to have their partner rely on them for their emotional needs, for their mental stability, maybe even for their financial stability, for all kind of facets that person needs as a person. The codependent person wants that person to be in that position for them. And when they find that they're not meeting those requirements, they feel that their relationship will end. So they panic and they overcompensate. So, codependency in a nutshell. But as I say, I feel I will need to do another video because there is so much more I could talk to you about on this subject. But just to get you thinking, just to get you questioning yourself, are you in a codependent relationship? Or is somebody relying on you to support them from the other side, the person that's there who has wants and desires, and relying on somebody else to give them to you? So until next time, stay safe, try to stay positive. If you know people that need this kind of video, or any of the videos that I've done previously, notify them. Let them say, look, there's this man who's able to open up our awareness to some of the things that we are facing and that we don't actually talk about or think about, we just plod on. Let them know about my videos. So take care, keep safe, bye for now.